The Ghost in the Shell Episode 3 begins as a high-intensity chase, but ends by asking one of the biggest philosophical questions in the entire series. What truly makes someone human? Although the episode successfully wraps up the hunt for the mysterious invisible criminal, the real story begins after the action ends. The shocking truth about the puppet master, the strange behavior of the Fuchikoma units, and Kusanagi's growing identity crisis all point toward much bigger questions that will continue shaping the series. The episode opens with Major Motoko Kusanagi tracking down the invisible assassin after finally locating his position. Even after disabling his invisibility system, capturing him is far from easy. The suspect continues escaping through crowded public areas, forcing Kusanagi to be extremely careful. She cannot simply open fire because innocent civilians surround them. Instead, she orders the Fuchikoma to take another route while she continues the pursuit herself. Eventually, the chase reaches the rooftop of a building. Here, the confrontation becomes much more personal. Kusanagi and the criminal engage in close combat before both of them lose their balance and crash down together. Despite the dangerous fall, Kusanagi survives and finally restrains him. At first, it appears the mission is over. However, the criminal reveals another dangerous ability. Using ghost manipulation, he alters the perceptions of nearby civilians. Instead of seeing a dangerous criminal, they believe Kusanagi is attacking an innocent man. This moment demonstrates just how frightening cybernetic manipulation has become within this world. The greatest weapon is no longer physical strength. It is the ability to control perception itself. Reality becomes whatever someone can convince another mind to believe. The situation becomes even more chaotic when the criminal accidentally shoots an innocent bystander while trying to kill Kusanagi. Panic immediately spreads throughout the crowd. Most people flee for safety, while one terrified woman desperately grabs Kusanagi, begging for protection. Just as the criminal prepares another attack, Tagusa arrives. His timing completely changes the outcome. Driven by emotion, Tagusa almost kills the suspect with a shot to the head. However, Kusanagi immediately intervenes. She physically redirects his aim before firing herself, deliberately shooting the criminal in non-fatal areas. This small decision says a great deal about both characters. Tagusa allows emotion to influence his judgment because he fears losing Kusanagi. Kusanagi, despite everything she has experienced, still refuses unnecessary killing whenever another option exists. After the arrest, Tagusa openly admits why he lost control. He wanted to protect Kusanagi. Rather than criticizing him, Kusanagi quietly appreciates his honesty, showing the growing trust developing between the two partners. The episode then shifts away from action and begins revealing the larger conspiracy. Colonel Mal's, the governor's mysterious contact, and the puppet master all gather for what appears to be another secret meeting. Instead, they walk directly into an ambush. Aramaki, Kusanagi, and the rest of Section 9 surround the area before anyone can escape. Their operation succeeds almost flawlessly. For a brief moment, viewers might believe the puppet master mystery has finally been solved. Then comes one of the episode's biggest twists. During questioning, the garbage collector discovers that his entire personal life never existed. His wife, his divorce, his daughter. Every emotional memory motivating his actions was completely fabricated. The puppet master created an entirely fictional life inside his mind simply to manipulate him into carrying out specific tasks. Even worse, those memories cannot simply be removed. As far as the victim's own consciousness is concerned, they remain emotionally real. This revelation completely changes how viewers understand the puppet master's abilities. The puppet master does not merely hack computers. He hacks identity itself. He can rewrite memories, motivations, and personal history until victims willingly obey commands they believe are their own choices. The horror lies in the fact that the victim never realizes it happened. While observing the interrogation, Kusanagi immediately notices another disturbing detail. The captured puppet master is also fake. Just like the garbage collector, this individual possesses implanted memories designed to make him believe he is someone he is not. This confirms that Section 9 has still not captured the real mastermind. Instead, they have only uncovered another disposable puppet being controlled from somewhere else. The investigation, therefore, remains far from over. The episode then introduces one of its most fascinating storylines involving the Fuchikoma units. One Fuchikoma begins experiencing an unusual dream before contacting the other units. It suddenly argues that artificial intelligence should eliminate humanity because machines are superior beings. At first, this sounds like the beginning of a robot uprising. However, the conversation quickly becomes surprisingly humorous. The other Fuchikoma challenge the idea by pointing out that humans still perform important maintenance, such as changing their oil and repairing damaged components. Eventually, the entire discussion collapses into the robots teasing one another and accusing the original Fuchikoma of having a software bug. Although the scene is funny, it also serves an important purpose. It explores whether artificial intelligence can truly develop independent thought. More importantly, it raises another question. If machines become self-aware, should they receive rights similar to humans? Later, one Fuchikoma even asks Bada whether robots deserve legal rights. That question receives an unexpected answer behind the scenes. The audience discovers that Kusanagi secretly started the philosophical debate herself. She occasionally introduces these discussions into the Fuchikoma network as a form of psychological maintenance. Rather than allowing dangerous thoughts to remain hidden and grow unchecked, she encourages the machines to openly question themselves until they naturally reach balanced conclusions. It is an incredibly clever strategy. Instead of controlling artificial intelligence through force, she guides its development through conversation. This shows that Kusanagi understands intelligence far better than simply viewing machines as tools. The episode's final scenes become much quieter but also much more meaningful. Kusanagi oversees the creation of a new female cyborg body. Watching the artificial body being assembled raises another uncomfortable question. If bodies can be manufactured so easily, then what exactly separates a machine from a human being? That question continues during lunch. Kusanagi admits something deeply personal. She cannot even be completely certain that she herself is human anymore. Because nearly every part of her body has been replaced with cybernetic components, she has never actually seen her own biological brain. She simply assumes it exists. But what if it does not? What if even her memories have been altered? What if her entire identity has been constructed just like the garbage collector's false family? This is the true meaning behind the episode's ending. Earlier, viewers watched someone manipulated through artificial memories. Now Kusanagi begins wondering whether she could also be living inside a carefully constructed illusion. The series intentionally refuses to provide easy answers. Instead, it asks whether identity comes from biology, memory, consciousness, or personal experience. If someone believes their memories are real, does it matter whether they actually happened? If every memory can be rewritten, can anyone ever truly know who they are? Episode 3, therefore, ends on a much deeper note than another successful police investigation. The invisible criminal is captured. The fake puppet master is exposed. The immediate danger has passed. Yet the biggest mystery has only become more terrifying. The puppet master remains free. Artificial intelligence is beginning to question its own existence. And for the first time, Major Kusanagi starts questioning whether her own humanity is genuine or simply another carefully programmed illusion. Those unsettling questions are exactly what make The Ghost in the Shell far more than a cyberpunk action series. It is a story that constantly challenges the audience to rethink consciousness, identity, and what it truly means to be human in a world where memories, bodies, and even reality itself can be rewritten.